shit.
How do we transition into seriousness?
How we always do. Nigga.
Just take off after. Oh shit! What's Trinidad James? Yeah, it's Trinidad James.
Nigga thought it was the Falcons. Trinidad James.
No, it's Trinidad James. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Trinidad James. James. Shout out to Dad, man. Okay, so Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah.
Not the one that just got inducted into the Hall of Fame, but the young teenager from Frisco, Texas. 17-year-old student was fatally stabbed by another student during an altercation at a high school track meet in suburban Dallas on Wednesday, police said. The suspect, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, was taken into custody and charged with murder, according to police in Frisco, about 30 miles north of Dallas. Bond has not yet been set. This article is from like 5 days ago. Police spokesperson says Anthony is being held at the city jail and will be transferred to the Cullen County Jail. Spokesperson said he did not know whether Anthony had an attorney yet or not yet. Efforts to find contact information from family members to speak on Anthony's behalf were not immediately successful. The Frisco Independent School District said the stabbing happened at a meet where student athletes from 8 of the district's 12 schools were competing. The student who was killed is Austin Metcalf, an 11th grader at Memorial High School, according to an email the principal sent to parents Wednesday. Details on what led to the stabbing were not immediately released. Frisco police asked for anyone with information to come forward, but people did come forward. And Carmelo Anthony says that he was acting in self-defense. Details came out said that there was an altercation. Obviously, he was in the wrong seat. Him and his brother tried bullying a nigga up out the seat. Niggas got stabbed. He said he was acting in self-defense. Now,
maybe anticipating a blitz, and they
black people naturally outraged at a situation like this. White people are outraged at this and actually using this as a way to paint black people as violent and savages when they have a very detailed and long history of violence. Some could say that their history only pertains to violence. That's all it is violence. So, of course, narcissists project, and white people are world-renowned narcissists, and they're going to project their devious deeds onto us. So, how do black people respond? Not a whole bunch of think pieces, not a whole bunch of this. Family of Texas teenager accused of killing truck driver has raised more than $80K for his legal defense. Now that's how you fuck up people. That's how you do it. Go protect that young man. Let's fight it in court, because that's what they're going to do. And they're already trying to paint the narrative of him being, they're using guns, they're using photos of him with guns. He had an air gun. First of all, he with the homies, they don't show that. Yeah. Now, Austin Metcalf and his brother out there with guns and real guns. Oh no, but he's a victim. Yeah. Stand your ground has to apply to everybody, right? Right.
So from inside the 20, here's
the family of Texas teenager accused of fatally stabbing a fellow high school track star has started a legal defense fund on his behalf. And a fundraiser posted on Give Send Go, family of Carmelo Anthony, who was charged with murder following the death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf on April 2nd, wrote the accusations against the teen were false, unjust, and harmful. This is official support for Carmelo Anthony and his family during this challenging and difficult time. The narrative being spread is false, unjust, and harmful. As a family of faith, we are deeply grateful for all your support during this trying period. Your prayers and assistance mean more to us now than ever. Family adds, as of Sunday, April 6th, the fundraiser has garnered more than $85,000 in donations towards a $100,000 goal. And 100 of those is my money. I'm going to put Give Send Go link in the description. We should definitely be supporting this young man. We understand that the media is running an extreme smear campaign right now. And if he did act in self-defense, then his stance is just. I mean, there were kids. Everybody's there. So somebody's going to be called to testify. Here's the thing. White people think that we're just supposed to sit by and allow them to brutalize us. Oh, no. You know, so us standing up for ourselves, us acting in self-defense, That's a crime to them. Now, let me make a parallel, right? Because Twitter is full of bots. So you have to be mindful, like, don't get on Twitter and respond to bots. Because they're going to try to paint this young man as savage.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way.
Black people so why is violence their second nature? You know they're doing this whole thing where they're trying to get us into a back and forth. But the real way we respond is by supporting, and the way we support is make sure that he has the best lawyer in the country, right? And is paid for it. It's not somebody trying to look for you know, like some polarizing things. Not somebody trying to make that career, somebody that really do this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what that money do. And Gary Wilson also killed my ground. No problem when everybody donated to his GoFundMe. George Zimmerman had a GoFundMe. Kyle Rittenhouse had a GoFundMe. No issues there. Now that black people are coming out and putting their money up in support, same thing y'all do. When it's one thing that you dead ass wrong and y'all still support your own. Now they're trying to say it's fraud. All this white people. Fucking white lawyers trying to get the fundraiser taken down and all this type of shit. They trying to get this GoFundMe taken down. Send it direct. Send it on Zelle. Cash App that to you. We'll pull up and break a check. But the thing is they don't like that we are. See, this is what they used to. Niggas do. Is finding fault with him. They used to us siding with them and finding fault. No matter what was happening, this is what they want niggas to say. No matter what was happening, he shouldn't have got stabbed. Nobody should have been harmed. Oh, but it's okay to bully us. And you thought you and your brother, and then now you done died in your brother's arm.
On that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yards like this.
He can beat them up.
Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And brought down the
He's probably going to do some time because of the knife, right? On the school campus.
Here on 1st and 10.
That's my only thing. But then also, too, it's like,
now Patrick going to
he had to know. He's probably dealt with some. He's had to have been dealing with racism, I'm sure, quite some time. Because it's stated that they're clearly in a suburb. And in some of the pictures, you know, he got white homeboys, black homeboys, all this and that. So he's obviously the minority where he lives. And he's probably used to niggas trying to, like, blow up on him and shit and, like, bully him. And we are in Texas. These little crackers be racist as fuck.
3 to 4 yards on first down.
He defended himself. And the thing is this. I'm not in a position to have any empathy for this anymore.
A run by Pacheco on
I'm tired of trying to look at both sides of situations. I'm trying to be understanding. I'm tired of us trying to find fault within ourselves when all we should be doing is defending ourselves. If you're defending yourself, how can you be in the wrong? Okay? But the way that America looks at these things is that, no, like, no, that's what we do, guys. That's what we do. We brutalize you.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
And then the second that you stand up for yourself, we'll paint you as the villain. Well, that's not happening because black people know the playbook too much. Y'all run the same plays over and over. And this time, instead of letting the voices of black America be loud to take the side of white people, the voice of black America be loud in support of Carmelo Anthony, as they should be.
Mahomes now to throw.
And now they're talking about a bomb reduction, which is good because that can be covered by the Ghost and Go.
Still a little shy of the
White
first
people
down
being mad.
marker.
White people hate that we're
Tuck
standing
and
this
run,
up.
and they're in better shape now for third.
They had the whole protest on April 5th, right? White people all over the country protesting.
Hoping to
A
lead to
mess.
early points.
It's a parade.
You can do it with your actual play
It's not a
call.
protest.
Or sometimes something a little more
let me tell you
improvised,
too.
as we just saw there.
Why? Did you know
We'll take it on in.
that this country is not threatened by white people protesting? No police presence. No arrests, no detainments, no fights, no looting, no burning, no nothing.
13-0 first quarter lead.
Right?
On third down and
Let it happen us out
everything
there.
well executed.
Police
Not only gets
presence,
the first
network
down, Charles, who
resistance,
gets the touchdown
agents
as well.
starting riots,
See the defense
agents
commit to the run
destroying
so
government
often
property,
in these
agents
situations.
creating chaos in the midst of a truly peaceful protest. And you got white bitches out here talking about we need more kid-friendly things to do at the protest.
Is on target. And
Yeah,
it's
maybe
now
a bounce
14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker
Because
on to
it's not
kick it
real
away.
to them. It's performance. It's a parade. And all of you out there trying to absolve yourselves of guilt for voting for that nigga that's fucking you over, Kurt.
He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit, another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. They'll come out with a 3-tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Real victims of Project 2025 are. Now let's think about this. So in response to the
here after the INT on the last
drive,
and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So 39 now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Empire comes with, you're going to have a little blood on your hands when you leave. Sure.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
That's representation.
So you're down early. How do you get back to the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Representation of the nuclear family, Class A. International affairs, Class A. He gives a speech, and it's captivating.
Run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit.
Great representation of the country
back into this game.
that we want to see.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 38.
Optically, he looks like a great leader. And he represents as a great leader. So in response to that,
it's Bowers.
You get a reality star, a con man, a whoremonger, notoriously bankrupt, notoriously calls himself a businessman, and all of his businesses fail. And this is his one last hurrah. This is his big business move. The way that he can leverage his charisma and his experience as a reality TV star into a presidency of America, because he's good for ratings. He knows those racist dog whistles because he was raised by Klan members. Called for a hit of the Central Park 5. He knows his game all too well. He said it back in the 80s if he ever was to run for Republican, for office, he would run Republican because he understands the mentality of poor white people. That as long as they're being represented, they don't want the money. Because they're getting all the food stamps, all the welfare, but they're going to put that finger at you. It's a projection, as we spoke of before. They want to paint us as violent because they are inherently violent people. Violating out up there. Old white man whipped up, I have a weapon, and showed us who's boss, slapped her right in her fucking face. And guess what? Nobody broke it up, no police came. Because that's what they do, because white women are their property.
Is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
She didn't even trip. That's what they do.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
In response, 2016 comes around, and
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Regardless of how much of a clown he is, this emboldened racist, white businessmen love that because he's gonna look out for the rich. So if you're rich, and you see a lot of niggas get on that way too because they got money, black Republicans, and then
Isaiah Pacheco.
so far we get Joe Biden, who's not a great representative of the country because not only his age but his history. Actually kind of makes us look like a joke, like we'll be run by a senior citizen home.
That's one way to
go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. That's the person that everybody feared from.
I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence.
Representation, regardless of the politics, anything like that. Woman of color, very astute, has all of the qualifications, has the charisma, would be a great leader. So,
good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see.
Donald Trump, who do you think these people are
not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Fear of the black planet, right? So they don't want black people to be their representative. They want black people to use their bodies to bail them out of some situations. Because they would love for black people to be out there on the front lines on their protest parade. But we didn't do that. So who's the real victim of Project 2025? Because when you think about this,
give them 32 on the play.
They lure these poor people in because they're uneducated and doing away with the Department of Education when white people needed the most.
That's what made this play a success.
But it don't matter because information and education is kryptonite to them. They don't want to learn, they don't want to do better, right? Who's the real victim? Get rid of Department of Education, start rolling back on Social Security and social programs, welfare, food stamps. They're overwhelmingly on it.
So this game, Charles, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
Get their produce, pick their produce.
This should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half.
Heavily invested in crypto, heavily invested in the stock market. Think, Donald Trump, he's a businessman. Stock market's plummeting, losing money, losing millions.
To really play well, to
And
make
black
it work
people
for this team.
is out here on trail
Line of
rides,
scrimmage, the
clapping
15.
fans.
It's first and 10.
How do we can no longer concern ourselves, bro. Y'all are the victims
Out
of
of the
this thing.
backfield, that's complete to Kamara.
And because it's being telegraphed that we're the ones that's going to be the victims, when we start by talking about rolling back DEI, well, that just be niggas. Even though we're the fifth, and who benefits from it, and white women benefit from it the most. When you say woke,
Looking to
what's the
throw
opposite
is
of that? Y'all
Mahomes.
niggas want to stay asleep. You want to go back to sleep.
Right.
Well,
Back to
you
Kamara
finna
for
sleep. You
another
finna
catch.
sleep yourself right way
And
because of
he'll
the
get
fucking
this down
poverty
inside the 5
and the lack of education.
before he's out of bounds.
And black people have always found a way to sustain ourselves.
Up with a first and
And
goal.
black people,
Catch for him there on this drive, Brandon.
pay
It
attention
looks
to
like
this
they're going to
case
utilize him
because
out of the
this is what
backfield
this is
any way
about.
they can.
Defending yourself
That
against
time,
white
they pick up the
supremacy,
first
you're going to
down.
get a
So
smear
now on
campaign.
defense,
And it's up to
you
us
assign a
to
man
combat
to
that
him
with support.
and try and
And the
cover
best
it
support
before he gets
in a
going.
situation like this when we're dealing with the law is financial
Pick up a
support.
4 on
And that's what we
first down.
did.
It'll
And
be
that's what
second
got
and
them
goal.
mad.
You know, when this offense
Not
gets
think
down here near
pieces,
the end zone,
not
they're
crying,
going to turn to their
send that
bell cow.
money because that's what they do. You wonder why some of these niggas get off when they're so clearly in the
they
wrong.
watch the replay.
Because
They want a
sending that
challenge,
money.
and they're going to get one.
And that money is touching a lot of hands. It's not just going to the
Is this
defense.
a touchdown?
It's going to
That's
the
the
judge.
question.
It's
CD,
going to the county.
what are they looking for
How do we
here?
divvy up?
You just need any part of the football
If they
to
go to
break
make
the plane. You don't need the whole
$500,000 with
football.
$1 million, $100,000
It
for
doesn't
the
need to
defense,
go
how
the
we going to divvy
entire
up that
white
football?
line. It's just that front
Who's
part
gonna line who
of the
part?
white line.
Don't
And
act
if
like
you
you don't
draw
know
an
how this shit
imaginary
works.
plane going straight
So
up,
who are the real victims of
that's what they
Project
need to
2025?
cross.
Who are going to be the real victims of this Trump presidency? Because the other thing is this: if they are the overwhelming population,
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining.
we're going to make everything easy for you. We're going to make sure when you get the job, you get the most money.
Take him home.
We're going to make sure when you go to get the house,
the end zone
no
for a
issues.
Chiefs touchdown.
We're going to make sure when you go to the bank, no issues. We're going to make sure when you get pulled over by the police, no issues. You live your life on easy so I can
And the
keep you
Chiefs have
mediocre.
taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
This idea of supremacy is a fallacy that's orchestrated for control. And they got your mind fucked up. And you think you're superior because you're white, so when they really put the play down, you're too weak to fight back. You don't have any organization. That's why your protest looks like a parade.
The return man
It hasn't even been 90 days. You already regret the decision that niggas told you.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard game.
Enroll yourself to best classes. We're going on group hikes. We're going on trail rides. We're going to continue to have fun. We're going to continue because guess what? Par for course. Par for course. You want to roll back on the DEI initiative target? You're taking the money out of it. Young black men at Michigan,
coverage, which you should
Michigan,
be able to
what is it, Michigan State?
Yeah, he's
University of Michigan? They want to roll back on DEI initiatives?
And that's a
Hit that
discussion
transfer
we had a
portal.
couple days ago in the team
Because
meetings talking about this running game, opening up the
the
passing
sports
game.
teams
We'll
ain't
see
doing
if that
shit without
continues to
niggas.
happen.
Trust me.
Now it's
You want to see
second
5
and 10.
white men on the basketball court? You want to see 22 white men on the football field?
Williams.
Have at it.
And he'll take it
Shit,
across the
niggas gonna be
50 and
owing
into
everything.
Chief territory.
Niggas gonna start playing JUCO teams. Damn, this week we got a University of
So
Michigan.
not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hand that shit up in the gym. You're being used and you don't know it because you're too ignorant.
Throw left
And you
side
have too much
complete.
cognitive
That's
dissonance.
Myers.
Like I said last time, you operate on a serious level of cognitive dissonance because you don't know what it's like not to be number one. And the whole time, you ain't been number one, you've been poor. Sacrum family, they saw that coming. Oh, no, we'll just call it a disease so we can keep that money flowing. It's criminal when we on drugs. But guess what? Again, we bounce back. This is the jealousy. This is why everybody hates black people. Regardless of what our circumstances are and what we're enduring, we're experiencing joy.
Cole to punt for the Raiders.
Oh, we don't have a good time.
4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Why people don't look like they're having a good time? And you know why? It's a fallacy. They understand it's a fallacy. The white supremacy is a fallacy. You're saying I'm supreme, I don't feel it. You're saying I'm supreme, and I don't see it.
And what I've always loved about running
backs, if you're so supreme, why is there a need to always push others down, to kick others down?
Of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated.
I really actually don't concern myself with people that are inferior to me.
He's been working well towards 100 here. But prior to that, he had hit his
first passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal
a white woman's
into the
idea
game.
of beauty is
You do
real
practice
thin.
it, you do go
Real thin
through
with the
it,
titties.
and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they
Pamela
drew it
Anderson.
up.
Now, Kim Kardashian came through and hit y'all with the trick bag,
again here
but
on
you can't achieve genetics through plastic surgery.
It's Rasheed Rice.
Okay? Understand that.
With a
I mean, the hair is flat and it's lifeless. The face, they do looking crazy. This is a history of addiction, a history of inbreeding. This is not just standard, guys, and we know that. And everybody else is starting to know that too.
That's a big time play by
my standard is black women. I mean, you don't even gotta go to the doctor. Go look at her grandma, she's fine too. We have a host of problems. But their beauty standards is unachievable, and especially for us. We have to create our own beauty standards. Like, this is the thing. We're in a space. All right, cool. We understand what the play is. We're going to wipe our slate clean, and we're going to start building our own blood. And if they come fucking with us, we're going to respond. We're going to respond. And it's up to us now to prove to everybody else. And this is an opportunity for us to prove to everybody else and to prove to ourselves what happens.
At the 44-yard line.
When we defend ourselves, and they try to paint them as a villain, then we go support. We can't undo the situation.
An invitation, take the big shot downfield.
The financial support of the women for the family, come on, this is a good kid, bro. He's a track. He's not gangster, he's a track. He's a track. He's holding up an airsoft gun. It's like, whatever. He's a kid. He's recreating what they see in media all the time. This is what rappers do all the time. When white people are hunters, they love showing off big trophy game. They actually be out here killing shit. Trophy hunt, not even for food. Fucking up the ecosystem, fucking up the environment as they have done since they've been here. Niggas are the reason for the Dust Bowl because they killed all the goddamn buffaloes so that the goddamn Native Americans wouldn't have a food source. These people have it like just take their history. That's their credit score.
So that one overturned.
Start looking at it like that.
The knee was down.
You want to tell me how to fix my credit? You can't fix that kind of credit. And go back centuries.
It's Mixon on the
counter. There's nothing to envy here. What we do is what we've been doing. We turn towards each other. It's privilege. We saying it, and it's happening. And I'm proud of us. Because we turn towards each other. Ain't nobody coming to save us. And caving for them, that don't do nobody no good.
Now a 2nd and 2.
The tides have shifted. All the Europeans that came over here traded in their culture. Traded in their culture for supremacy. To be a part of that white team.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Italians, Irish, Polish, everything. And now where you at? Blend, out of touch.
That means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs,
and goes to long road ahead for you guys.
He's got it.
Because you're not going to catch up to us educationally.
He's got it. Touchdown. Chiefs.
Everything's been given. How you going to catch up? Same fight we've been fighting this whole time.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Everything they've done to harm us has acted. The thing is, we're resilient. We're going to use it to our advantage. We're going to find a way to turn what y'all deem as weaknesses into strengths. We turn tragedies into triumph. And we've done it time and time again. And we're going to continue to do it. And the way that we're doing it right now is by being quiet and having fun. You see, black people, we got a smile on our face. We got somewhere to dance. We traveling. We having fun. We look good doing it too. While they sit here stressed about the world. Guess what? This is the same old world it's been. And this is the same old world it's been for us. Hey, welcome to the fucking party. Sorry, you on the ground floor. You need VIP to get to this top floor. And we're fresh out of VIP tickets.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Sorry.
And this not not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
I ain't got no legs to stand on.
Remember
I
that
was
as an
like,
offensive
what was it,
player,
St. Patrick's
you
Day?
have a much
That's
better
the parade.
idea of what you're trying
What's
to
the day about?
accomplish and where you're trying to go than the
Just a history of being drug
So in
addicts and
this case,
alcoholics.
because you know it,
Just
you
a
can
history.
make your cuts with a
Ain't no
little more
Italian parade.
decisiveness.
Because their entire reputation in this country is being
things of that
criminals.
nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the
Criminals and
defense.
crooks, corrupt.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Then we look at these other
They'll
communities,
face the
right?
give. Now gone.
You think about the Hispanics, the Mexicans,
And he'll be taken down, but they've
think
got
about
this
that.
one up to
The
the
threat of deportation, the threat
35-yard
of ICE
line.
puts you behind enemy lines.
23 yards the pickup there.
So you in
Ball up
America,
to
now
the
you gotta be on high
35
alert.
now
You
as
behind
they
enemy
come up on
lines.
first and 10.
And this is what I hate.
Now gone.
This thing I hate to hear niggas say. I hate to hear niggas say
He'll get
this.
this complete
We
to
need to be more
Kadarius
like the
Toney.
Mexicans.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
10 deep. With 10
Throw over
kids.
the middle, taken
10
in.
adults, 10
And this will be a
kids.
gain of 5
Have you
as he gets it to the 30.
spent any time around these
I
people?
know sometimes we can get
Yeah, they
fooled when
work
we
hard.
watch him make catches. As
They work hard, sun up to sundown,
because
being underpaid.
he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his
Benefit
business.
people who know that they're
230, 240
undocumented
range.
and use them for cheap labor. The same way they're going to use, the same way they use prisoners for cheap labor.
Point of
And
attack
now,
blocker
you behind
that we used
enemy
to have
lines
in
will
the
make
good
you a
old days,
prisoner
but you can flex him out.
and
You can run wide
subjected to
receiver
cheap
routes
labor.
with him.
Yeah, of
You can
course
make
you
him a
can.
primary target, and that's how he'll shred
Drunk
the
as fuck, go
defense.
home, beat the shit out your wife.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And the result
They keep
here,
her
a
pregnant
pickup
and
of
barefoot.
8. Leaves him with 2 to go on
They keep their
second
women barefoot
down.
and pregnant, but we don't say shit about that. We don't like to talk about that because they try to benefit others with these stereotypes. You fall into the hard-working stereotype. Excellent.
If you can handle the nose tackle up front,
Yeah.
and then maybe a
Yes,
guard
you will. So you can go do the
slide up
cheap
to the
labor.
second level and block a
And you think you're going to achieve the American
linebacker,
dream, and maybe 1 out of 15,000 of y'all that come over here does achieve an American dream, and you think it's an achievable thing.
The
I'm
good
at the
run on
construction
first
sites.
down,
I see
followed
niggas
up by a
clearly in their
not-so-good run on
60s
second
out
down.
there
Now let's
still
find
building.
out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down.
That's what we should aspire
some
to.
play action here. I say go with.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face
come over here to
mask.
get
Here come the
businesses, right?
flags. And I believe
You
this
know
is
about
going to
how the
be a first
Patel
down.
family got their, created a monopoly on the hotel industry?
Yeah, we saw
When they
that
came
from
over
up
here,
here, CD. A tug
this is
on
what
the
they do.
face
They buy a
mask and the
hotel.
flag comes out.
They
And we saw
move
the last
everybody
year
out.
they had some
They
defensive
fire all
miscues
the
like that.
staff.
And
They
they told
reserve
us that
1 or
they
2
worked hard
rooms.
on
They
it in
move their
practice
family
and
over
thought
here.
they
The
had it all
family comes
cleaned
over,
up.
works for
But
free,
obviously the
essentially.
message hasn't really sunk in.
And because they don't have to pay
So
anything
now
in labor,
factoring in the face mask, here's first and 10.
they create their own supply. Like they create a supply chain. Whatever's in competition, they just give a
Now
lower
we
rate.
give up the middle to Williams.
Put
And
a
they'll
hotel
go
out of business,
backwards
buy that
here,
hotel,
losing yardage
so on and
to
so
the
forth,
14.
right?
2
But
yards the
niggas
loss,
live in a
second and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going
It's a
backwards.
quality
A
end.
rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12.
This
They'll
is
try
Sunset
the air
Eve.
now with Gall.
It's Motel
Looking
6.
left side, and he's got a man. That's
Yeah, so
Bowers.
yeah, let's aspire to that. Let's aspire to live in a fucking hotel. Where
Completion.
for most black
And now
people,
we've
living in
got
a
a
hotel
third
means
and
you're gonna
3.
fucking rock
Let's
bottom.
not quibble about
Like
the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much
So
better
you're talking about
opportunity to
niggas
convert
pulling
on third
16
down.
and 12-hour shifts on a split. And your family, you come over here, you know, you don't know language, you don't understand the culture, and you live in a fucking hotel, and you clean up rooms and doing all this labor damn near for free.
So you can see the frustration
Yeah, Indians
starting to
aren't
come
on
out
gas
a little
station and
bit.
hotel
Third
plantations.
downs, they've been a problem
Go to
for
the
them
gas
all
station.
game. They've got to start
See the
becoming
nigga who own it, and tell me he ain't been there since 8 a.m.
And the deficit drops now from
Day in,
21
day out,
down to
365.
18.
Hey, if that's your idea of financial freedom,
So a
have
long drive
at
gets
it.
him down inside the 5,
I don't
but
want to own a
ultimately
gas
they
station if I
set up for
gotta
just a
live in
field
that
goal.
bitch.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer,
But we look at that as something to
that would have
aspire
made their
to.
decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it.
White
But in
people are
this
just miserable
situation,
drug addicts
they just
that
decided to
they
take
live in
the
a mental
throw.
prison that they created. The standards they created,
They'll
they
get him
can't
down right
achieve.
around the 25, actually the 26
supremacy.
officially, so a
That's what
net
I'm
gain
supposed to
of
aspire
1
to.
there.
No, I aspire to
Joe
be
Mixon and the
what I
rest of
already
his
am.
offense making their way back onto the
I
field.
aspire
He's
to
over
get back all
40
the
yards
things people
the second quarter, been nice and effective for them.
That's not
He
aspiration.
has definitely been
We talked about
dependable.
it on
And
Patreon episode.
really shouldn't underestimate
We're
what
going
he's
to get
getting
back to
done
the
here. Because
church.
anytime you're on a
We're
pace
going to leave
that's going to
religion,
approach 100
and we're going to get
yards,
back to the church.
you really
We're
got
going
some
to have
damage
experts
in an
come in
NFL game.
to teach us about agriculture.
Add to his total.
Tradesmen come in, teach us about the trade.
Just
Doctors
inside
come
the 30.
in, teach us about health and nutrition. All black. I'm telling you, that's my 5-year plan. We're going to let you niggas suck.
Now it's Mahomes rolling to
Right
his
back at
right,
this quick
and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
I know I'm a business folks, my entrepreneurs gonna say, what you saying? You shouldn't start your own
Certainly not the way
businesses.
they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back
Let's
there.
not be
He
dense.
sees things
I
breaking
understand
down, and he's more
that
than
we're gonna need our
capable
own.
of
I
finding an
understand we're gonna
escape
need our
route
own
and
gas
still getting a
stations.
decent gain.
But let's go. Let's start in the places
Throw complete there
where
to
we
Rice.
operate. Let's start in places where we already spend our money.
Across the 45.
Beauty supply stores, that's where we should start. Nelson,
An
we should start
11-yard
there.
pickup,
But we
and
gotta
it's
stop
enough for a
capping
Chiefs
each other.
first down.
Trying to whack niggas' heads off just because they walk into business. I'm gonna say it again. We gotta stop doing business like crack dealers.
They go
Asians
play
are
fake. Mahomes.
extremely
They'll buy
robotic.
some time right.
Extremely robotic. They're trying to live up to their own stereotypes. Stereotypes of being mathematical geniuses and wizards. Intellectually superior to everybody else. That's fine. It's a lot of pressure. You see how they put the pressure on the kids because what they're really trying to aspire to is to compete with white supremacy.
He has such a handful
Got ISO speed over there. Flying cars, doing all this shit. Instead of being called a monkey.
this offense.
Still racist.
They'll run on first
You
down.
gotta understand that they're operating robotic because they live off of social credit score.
It's a 7-yard carry to set
So
them
they're
up with a
nice.
second and 3.
Their politeness is contrived. It's boxed in.
Gotta
It's
like the
not
way they're
real.
moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah,
So
they didn't get a
let's go
first
for
down,
the
but still,
businesses
you'll take
and
runs
operate
like
the
that
businesses
each and every time, won't you?
we keep
Second
afloat.
down, they'll
The
go
beauty
with
supply
Akers
stores
again.
are afloat because of us. The nail salons, especially the ones in our neighborhood, are heavily afloat because of us. So we should go for those businesses.
A 12-yard touchdown
And rise and grind it
And
out.
the Chiefs are able to add
Let them
on to
niggas
their
have it.
first
They
half
can have
lead.
gas stations. They can have
Okay, we need
hotels.
to double check
Until we get to a space where we're going to operate and own our own hotels and gas stations. But we should go where we spend our money the most first.
And they've got a nice
And then we should do a business
Well, after the first
according to how
drive,
business
we
should
thought
be
things
done.
might be clicking.
Sometimes you gotta understand
Really
that operating
clicking
a
at this
business
point.
doesn't
They're
mean you're going to be a
hoping as much
millionaire.
as they can click.
And right,
But if you can make $250,000, $300,000 in profit a year, you're living a good life.
the defense, trying to
You're living a good life. And you're providing a service to the community. And the community feels safe there. And they feel respected there. And they feel welcome. And it feels like home. And of course they're going to bring their money back. But when I walk into a place and I feel like a jug,
And he'll just take
I
a
don't want to
seat
come
as the
back.
drive will begin at the
I
25-yard
shouldn't feel
line.
taken advantage of when I leave.
The Vegas offense ready
Even
for
down
their
to the
next
food. We
possession.
should be
And
entrepreneurs.
last time they got 3
We should
points,
earn
but
our
it was
own
a chip
businesses.
shot
We
field
should
goal.
walk into
When you
places
go
and
to the
see
sideline
ourselves.
after a chip shot field goal, maybe the
And we should
offense
be
not
greeted
too
with the
happy.
same respect.
It's a
And
balancing
the
act.
red carpet should be rolled out for us.
They're none too pleased that they didn't
Because we
punch
should
it
be
in for
opening
6
businesses
points.
for ourselves. We see how much money we spend.
3 points is 3 points.
Consumer
In this
workers.
league, you take points when you can
And I
get them.
understand
Not
we
easily
operate a
done.
business too. I understand overheads. I understand product costs, all these
He
different
finds his
things.
man,
But you have to
complete.
get to
It's
the point
Bowers.
of
And
how
he
many
gets this
times
up
are you going to
just
flip
shy
a
of
day
the
instead
30
of
to the
trying to make it all back
29
from
before he's out of bounds.
This is not the
This
drug
offense
business.
so
This is
far
not the
on
drug
3rd
business.
down,
Okay?
they've only converted once
When
in
they go
4
get their product,
tries.
their life is
This
at
will be
risk.
3rd and 6.
You
To
work
throw
in the supply
is
chain.
off.
Shout out to Coffee Black.
Open man right side Myers.
When Ethiopia
And he's going to be
built his own
stopped
supply
here a
chain.
few yards
Shout out to
short of the
Service
first
Sense.
as the
Sin.
tackle is made at the 33.
Black on Candle Company.
On 4th down,
We showed
A.J.
her love.
Cole
She showed
comes
us
on
back
to
by
punt.
customizing us our own candle. It don't take nothing to show love, bro. We got to get to a place where we show each other love. But we can't look to any other community to set our own standards. They're not doing it right.
It's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
If they have a history,
Ball back
why
to the
would you look
Chiefs
to
and
a
Isaiah
society
Pacheco. He's
that has a
been good.
history
His
of
guys
killing
are
you,
winning. So
that has
far,
a
the
history
recipe
of
working here in
always
the second
backdooring you,
quarter.
that has a history
like to
of
just
only
take the
using
rock.
you
He wants to
for
carry
what they
his
can gain
team
from
on
you.
his
A
back.
history of
And
violence,
that's what he's
a
done
history of
throughout this
addiction,
game.
a history of just being a
He'll be
disarray
hoping to
even
continue
within
that
their own
trend.
communities, creating standards that they can't
One play
achieve
has
so
him up
they can
past the
control.
40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Why are we looking to that as some sort of aspiration? It's something we need to adopt. You
Pass
want to adopt
incomplete, but the flag in the
sociopathy?
backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Psychopathy? That's what you want to adopt? Insanity?
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Everything that we need is already within us.
We're going to administer the penalty
but we have to channel it towards each other. And we can excuse the racism of these communities to try to find humanity in them. And why can't we look towards each other, knowing our history? It's detailed. We understand how it's divided us. We understand the lasting effects it's had on us, and why we treat each other the way we treat each other. And we understand how those things are used in media to continue to push that narrative. When we see each other in person, it's really love. It's actually love.
I think he had eyes on that run.
Actually go out and see black people and feel loved.
Feel welcome.
Feel like I'm in within community. I feel comfortable when I walk into a space and there's a lot of black people in there. I love that. That's why I'm comfortable at. I'm uncomfortable when I walk in and I'm the minor. Don't want to be there.
That's complete
gotta
to
keep
his
my head on
tight
the motherfucking swivel because I know the history and you do too. Stop trying to implore empathy upon these communities and cut them off. They only seek us for what they can get from us.
Mahomes gonna throw.
It's black and brown pride when the police kill a Hispanic man. Oh yeah, it's black and brown then. Oh yeah, it's yellow and black then when they need us to come up on the front lines and protest with us.
As they come up on 1st and goal.
But steadily perpetuating the same monkey stereotypes, anti-black rhetoric, and their society is built on anti-blackness. All of
it. Get this out to Kamara.
Go to their societies. Go look at their cultures. The darker you are, the less you have. And they bring that mentality over here, and it's supported and backed by white supremacy.
40 seconds to go in the first
and it's encouraged to be anti-black, and you can find in your motherfucking heart and in your mind, you can find a reason to be empathetic and excuse them and try to find the humanity in them. But you won't do that for your own brother and sister who have such a similar experience to you. Who else is going to relate to you better? Who's going to understand your struggle? Who's going to understand your plight better?
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And
the conversations that we created in this space alone have changed the minds of thousands of people.
Right like he did. You
we single-handedly turned the YN narrative upside down. We single-handedly did that by pouring empathy, by looking at those young men and seeing ourselves. I don't want to hear YN. Don't say that shit around me. Take it out your vocabulary. Because it's like woke and DEI is another way to call you a nigga. You can be 17 years old, valedictorian, with all the ropes, all the decorations, is valedictorian of the school.
They were conceding
YN's in education now. That's how you say it. Like, that's what y'all would say.
Instead, they give up nothing.
And you let these people trick you and make fun of you, and then you adopt it and try to hee and haw. Everything is goddamn funny. Everything ain't funny, nigga. I don't find that shit funny. As soon as you see a black man and he young, you can tell he a young teenager or young 20s. You want to call him a YN. Stop that shit, man. Stop that shit. Don't let them trick you into villainizing yourself. Because what do you think they think when they hear YN? In their mind, they got a villainous teenager out of Chicago or Philadelphia with a ski mask on, ready to kill each other. That's what they think when they hear YN. Stop saying that shit. You can say that.
Their third and final timeout. And with halftime on
they're like everybody else, always trying to find a loophole into our fucking community, into our culture. They got all this shit to say about niggas, but always trying to find a backdoor into our culture. It's always our culture up for the taking. It's never a conversation about, like, niggas ain't out here wearing kilts and then, they're trying to cosplay our community. You don't hear Scottish people talking about black people trying to be in there or appropriate their culture. You don't never hear about black people trying to appropriate nobody else's fucking culture.
In this first half as he gets it away. On
the culture we haven't appropriated, it's violence.
8 yards on the return following a
jealousy, envy.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Let go of that shit, man. We can do this shit ourselves. Because there's a lot of industries that we keep afloat with our labor. There's a lot of there's a lot of industries that we keep afloat with our consumption. Us consuming their narratives about us keeps the prison industry afloat. You got young men out here right now knowing that they're going to go to prison. They haven't even thought about college.
The second half in week 8
it's
in the NFL.
And if we you feed into the narrative of pointing our fucking fingers at each other, it's not going to change. Implore empathy. Implore love towards one another. That's how you change things.
At the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the
You want to know what's on these young men's minds? Go ask them. And allow them to speak. Stop wagging your fucking finger at it. Because the thing is, they take a risk with their lives every day.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach for the score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them.
In the young nigga narrative, the buy-in narrative, make them feel even more ostracized from the community. Because now it's their elders, the people that are supposed to love them, turning their back, trying to come from shit like that.
Yeah, another good run.
If you have a mother that's jealous of you,
their success here this afternoon. And
that's going to create such a division in your life, a trauma in your life. Because this is the person that's supposed to love me. This is the person that's supposed to support me. This is the person that's supposed to direct me on my path. Teach me the mistakes they made so I don't make them myself, and do it with love. And stop wagging your fucking finger. This is why young people have such an issue with elders. Always wagging your goddamn fingers. You don't think you owe us no respect, but you act like you don't understand what our position is. You act like you wasn't young once and dumb and making bad decisions, and now that you got it right and got it together, you think you can wag your fingers. Stop wagging your goddamn finger. That shit don't feel like love. We have to switch our mentality towards each other, and it's happening. So guess what? I'm going to continue to push because they never stop with negativity. They never stop pushing their negativity. They never stop.
Handing the ball, you might want to get out of the way.
If your great-great-grandma wasn't in America,
it's Mahomes sliding out of the
didn't deal with Jim Crow, didn't deal with Reconstruction, don't have any lineage of American chattel slavery. When we start talking about reparations, you go ahead and shut the fuck up.
36 yards. And the Chiefs extend their
Don't tell us, I don't want to, respect.
Boy, another score. This league gets even bigger.
All across the diaspora.
We haven't even hit
so whatever you dealt with in Haiti,
well, forget
ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about in America.
Cut into that a heck of a lot.
Because we're trying to help you get your money back from France. If we can do it here, we can do it there.
Make a play on offense themselves.
Because it all stems from here. All the culture follows us. Niggas want to talk about African Americans that got no culture. Go look at Nigeria. There's a bunch of YNs out there now. Dressing, throwing up our gang signs, wearing Nike skis. It's hot as hell. Bubble coat. Nigga got on bubble coat, Montclair.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
It starts here.
So here comes
the sooner you accept that and start supporting us, the sooner you might see a difference in where you're from.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession
reparations in this country, you shut the fuck up.
That team
unless it's support.
They're saying to each other,
I don't care about your nigga who came over here. Your uncle who came over here with $6 and built this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about that.
And win a ball game.
We're talking about here.
We saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead.
When we're talking about business that pertains to us and our history here, if it don't got nothing to do with you and you're not going to be supportive, you shut the fuck up.
Bottom line is,
because as soon as something happens to you, we're going to be the first ones to speak up.
Is an empty one.
And there's a history of that.
Here's a throw that's complete.
If we don't turn towards each other globally,
one thing you're hoping
we're going to have even more
routes.
Don't take the pop the bloom and cancel that. Baddies is canceled, thank God.
But in this situation, the defense
was
effective, able to stop him before he could get the steam going.
Federal funding ran out for no jumper. Once they hit the sting operation, now that's going to be gone.
He finds his man complete. That's Bowers.
Because if we overwhelmingly despise it, but it's still going. Well, that sounds like federal funding. All of it is possible. We have it all. We've seen it all. We have blueprints. Yeah, they're going to come through and try to destroy it, and we have to be steadfast about defending what's ours.
And held on to
we
the ball.
can't submit to defeat. Oh, well, they'll come destroy us, so we just not going to try. No, let's make situations worse.
It's Bowers. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
If you're not speaking life into a situation, if you're not being completely optimistic about the possibilities, you shut the fuck up. You don't think niggas that speak in progress understand progression?
He's going to go down.
You don't think we understand the pitfalls? You don't think we understand how things have been destroyed? Nigga, the reason I'm speaking up because I understand what was lost.
There. That That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they said this guy does not lie. And they have some deep debates because they watched the game tape in the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now his defense will be searching for sack number 5. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Get to these voicemails and emails,
A
man.
long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. They'll try for 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit.
She said that it was similar to some of the things.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go and try to get some bigger points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 120 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to be dropped quickly right there at the 48, a couple yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Room to maneuver at the 35. He is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run good for 18 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive.
I just pick them. I don't read them or listen to them first. I just pick them, and you see how perfectly aligned it is with what today's message was. Let me God, bro, every time. Because I'm telling you, like, I just, when it comes to music, when it comes to voicemails, I just go through and I
They
select.
created a nice sustained drive off the plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them pressing the ball.
Thank you. That's motivation, bro. That's going to keep us going. And to what you said about the white hands, that's my point. It creates a stereotype. It creates a gateway for them to discriminate against us. And to box our young men into these spaces of being criminals. And some predators, as he said. So I thank you for your words of encouragement and your support, bro. Appreciate you.
So
From DC.
1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mahomes throw completes to Freiermuth. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And a minuscule gain, maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
because I graduated high school, I initially wanted to go to
another try from Nixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for
touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Chiefs have taken a 5-touchdown lead. On the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection.
What are you talking about?
It certainly makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This is you need a perspective change. You trying to transition into a new room.
Las Vegas is
offense
back out there, ready to go.
Open a new door
We're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now.
You're going through a transition phase,
window, Charles.
and you want what you try to be in
Do you look at this as a
once,
time to
right?
just improve
So
and maybe start
the
to
thing
look
is,
towards
like,
the
you're going to
future?
have to submit
I think you have to find
to what your
something
new
to
trajectory
play for,
is.
something to grasp onto until the clock runs out.
You,
But Brandon, we've been
I
around
understand
this
that it
game
may
a
get
long
hard
time.
financially.
This is an
You
outlier.
can't be afraid to
You don't
ask
get
for
many
help.
blowouts
You
like
can't
this,
be
no
afraid
matter
to ask
how
your
the
family
game
for
looks
help.
on paper
You
going
can't be
in.
afraid to ask your loved
This one
ones
has
or your
turned out
friends
to
for
be
help
everyone's
if you do need
worst
financial
nightmare
support.
realized.
And I'm pretty sure that they know what you got
51
going
yards
on.
rushing for him now in the
That
ball game. 2
they'll be more
yards to
than
go,
willing to help. And if
2nd
you don't
down.
have that familial support, then you have to, like, you already in it.
They'll
You're
stay on
doing
the
good.
ground with
You have to
Williams.
commit to it
Gets around him,
and see
and
it
he'll
through.
get it out to
Because,
midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
the
They'll get
silver
3
lining
as
here
the
is
drive
it's
continues. It's
coming.
a 1st down.
You already committed to the transition. But the thing is,
From the
does it
50,
feel like you
it's
have too
gone.
many commitments and you need to change your mindset and your perspective around seeing that you're ruining your
To the
life?
races, down the right side.
You don't sound like a man whose life is ruined. You sound like a man
41
who's
yards.
stepping into
And
a
the offense is
transformative
saying to
state.
itself right
You
now,
understand the
they
mistakes you
were
made in
all
the past
this
that led
easy
you
because
here.
he was wide
You put together a
open.
play, you
And
put
once he
together a
made the
plan,
catch,
and you're executing
plenty
on
of
the
room
plan.
to work
And
his way
things are hard. It's
downfield.
not going to be
That was
easy.
a breakdown on
That's
the defensive
life.
side of the ball.
Anytime
One
you
that
try
they
to
want to fix
transition and level up, you're going to be met with difficulties, and you're going to be met with obstacles. And things that will seem like you're making the wrong decision.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team.
My mother died. I was working a job. This is May 2018, 2019.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit.
I left to go see about her, and I got fired from my job. But I didn't give a fuck because it's like, you're going to fire me at this time.
Extra point right down the middle. So they do
I
get
come back,
one
I'm trying to
score
figure out what
back,
I'm
but
going to do.
still a long way to go here in the
knew
3rd
that
quarter.
the trade was an option.
The kickoff team on the
I
field
wasn't making
now,
no
and they
money.
will send this
I
one
was
away.
waiting tables at Chili's and going to school. But I knew if I put my
Here comes
head
the
down
return
and went
from
through
a
that
few
program,
steps into the end
then I
zone.
would be in a
And the
transformative
decision to
state.
come out of the end zone is going to
We
cost
didn't
him
have a lot of
5
money for
yards
shit.
as he's taken down right at
We
the
didn't
20.
do no extras. And even when you go off and get the job, it takes time for that money to start rolling in. And when you start
out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
ain't a whole bunch of money to begin with.
On top,
and I was
3rd
thinking the same
quarter,
thing.
they start
Man, I
things
make
here
bad
with a
decisions.
1st and
But I had to
10.
change my
Here's
perspective.
Pacheco to begin the drive. And he is
There
brought
is no
down at
get
the
rich quick. There
22
is no
after a
overnight.
gain
There
of 2,
are things
and
take
it brings up 2nd
time.
down.
You have to give yourself time to progress. You're making a progressive step. You don't see all these people advocating for trades and having success in these trades and creating financial stability for themselves and their families without going through some type of struggle to get it. Because you're in the middle of your life. So the first plays that you had, you ruined them, admittedly, by making bad decisions. So when you're trying to bounce back, it's going to be hard.
And they'll let their
Because
fullback
the
try and
path
push
of
the
ease that you
pile.
had, you fucked it up.
Get it to the
That's just real.
33, good enough
Think
for a
about
first down.
how much worse it's going to be without.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the
Without the
drive.
degree, without the certification,
Far from
without the
ideal
skill, without the
conditions to
trade.
play in, but neither offense has had
You
much trouble.
look like
Plenty
you
of
have
points to go
a
around.
pattern
First and 10.
of starting things and not finishing. And it sounds like you're in the midst of that pattern again, and you're trying to make an excuse.
He's going to be able to pick
How
up
can something that's going to profoundly change the trajectory of your life be wrong?
after tucking it
Just
and
because it's
running,
not
so
easy or
it'll leave him with
convenient.
2nd and a yard.
Nut the fuck up, see it through, and get back to us when you're employed. And let us know how you feeling then. Stay the course.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to go. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there, 22.
But this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there.
How many of these niggas sound alike?
His passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent. As he thinks about handling his contract.
He came in the thing is this: the less you give a fuck, the more you free. Yeah, like I really just don't give a fuck what people think. That comes with age too, and it comes with experience. But it also comes with like giving yourself, like I'm my full self, right? So whether he will judge me for these things or not, I can't concern myself because if we friends, if I can be accepted by the people that I love and love me, fuck everybody else. So it starts with doing it like locally, like it starts with doing it to the people that's close to you. Throw some of your weird shit out there. But also stand 10 toes on your weird shit. Stand 10 toes on your core. Be witty. Never, don't downplay the things that you like and love. But also it comes with it. It's like everything else. It's a muscle. You just practice. Say that risky joke. It might not win, but the confidence in doing it doesn't mean you won't do it again. It means like, shit, well, I did it once. And see how much it really affects you. The thing that you're affected most by is the fear of perception. We all have those feelings. We are questionable about how we're being perceived, what are people saying when we're not around, things like that. The less you give a fuck, the more freedom you have. So it's really going to have to get to a point where you're just like, man, I just don't give a fuck. And it also comes with the reassurance that you love and like yourself. Because once you're there with that, like once you're there with the fact like that, I like how I am. I like the way I think, I like the way I feel, I like the way it makes me feel. Once you get to that place, hey man, the sky's the limit, bro. Can't nobody stop.
Shotgun snap for
But you sound great, man. You sound like you're in good spirits. And we happy that we can help, man. How you feeling, Big Jones? Like a whole other person we called in. Absolutely. When he first called in, it was kind of like,
this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere.
You can tell he just wasn't cuffing in person.
They really been put through the ringer in this one.
Yeah, he doing his good, yeah. So now he's reached another point now where he's like, all right, well, this is confident. But now they did not. Yeah, man, for sure. Proud of you, man. You're already doing this shit. Like, you literally are already in the midst of doing it. And so, keep it up, man. Thank you for calling in again. What to do? Hey, everyone, I can really use some advice. I'll try to keep this short because I'm going all day. I'm 29. I'm currently teaching at a predominantly white religious private school in Louisiana. It's a well-known affluent school in my area, but as you can imagine, I've experienced a lot of racism and microaggression here in the second zone. I'm glad that this school is trying to make changes by creating DEI committees, creating scholarships for people of color, as their tuition is currently $20,000 a year for just preschool. School goes up to the 8th grade.
We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have
Oh my
you seen
God,
a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself. Usually it opens it up for other people on their team as well.
Stable place for my two sons.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, it's been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one is over a long time ago.
Into a space I'm not welcome or belong.
Throwing is Mahomes on third.
Okay.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Okay, so
Mahomes going to go on fourth down.
I know that once I leave this type of position, it'll be hard to get back
in the
Let that mentality.
Let's get the
Stop
call.
that. Stop that. If you got there once, you can get there again.
So they elect to
If you got there
decline.
once, you can get there again. This isn't a one-off. This isn't the luck of the universe. This isn't the white supply. This is the white society throwing you a bone. Okay. Regardless of what they're trying to do with the DEI initiatives and scholarships, they're doing that for optics. Okay? Because they're doing all that, and you're still being met with microaggressions and
Good for
racism.
13 and a Raider first down.
The emotions are the guide. The mind is the plan. Make a plan. Cybersecurity, cool. Everybody that's been talking to me about cybersecurity says it's extremely difficult to get into those spaces. And I get it because they promote it a lot online, and they promote that as an easy entryway to tech. And we've been shown time and time again is that it is not. And it seems like you have a passion about education, but you're just in the wrong situation. Make a plan. If you are in a good position, save your money up. If there's a need for it, have you thought about moving? Have you thought about looking into black charter schools, black private schools, and seeing what's needed there? Because it seems like you're passionate about education. It seems like you hate being in an environment where you're the minority. And you really can't defend yourself. But you also are trying to find that comfortability and space for your children, which is commendable. And that's what any parent would do.
The Chiefs offense
So I'm going to say this. I'm going to leave it open to
there are two scores on the plus side.
listeners.
Still time here in this
If you
fourth quarter,
live
but
in
maybe
Louisiana,
you start thinking about playing
she didn't
people away.
specify what city, and I don't want to make any assumptions. If you live in Louisiana and you know of any more affluent schools for black and brown kids or just great public school systems that are in need of teachers and educators, please reach out and let us know, and I will respond to this young lady with these opportunities. It seems like her passion is in education. It seems like she's unhappy with the situation she's in now, and that is due to racism.
Starting to buckle down when they need
And the
to.
thing
Right
is,
now,
if
they're
you're
winning
dealing with
this
it as an
fourth quarter,
adult, what do you think your
but
children
they're
are
winning
going
in
to
the
deal
fourth
with?
quarter.
Right?
What a fine
Because
line it
eventually you're
is
going to
about what they're
integrate them
trying to
into the
get
school
done because
so you can keep an eye on them, be
so they
closer.
obviously need
Or
the
you're just
football,
going to reach
need
your
to
wits
score.
end and you're going to
But they
snap, and then
can't
you're
be
going to end
so
up no.
aggressive
The
as to give up
emotion
their
is a
edge, their
guide.
gaps, and have the
The
offense hit them
mind
with a big
makes the
play.
plan. It's time to make a
Pick
plan.
up a 5-man
Right now, you're
time for the first
struggling because
down.
of the
Brandon,
emotions
when a
that you feel.
defense just
And it's
simply
creating a
can't get off
situation
the
of
field on
anxiety, and it's
third
not going to
down,
get
we
any
all know
better.
how important that down is
These
for
people
both
are going to
sides of
wake
the
up one
ball.
day and decide, let's stop
You
being
often
racist.
feel like you're just a step
It's not.
behind
So,
whatever they're
let's make
doing
a plan.
offensively.
And
You've
one of the
endured this
differences
far.
in this
It's
game, no
almost the end of the
doubt,
school
third
semester.
down conversion, and
So,
that is
let's
going to be a
endure,
story
and let's
they'll
make a
talk
plan
about after
and
this
make
one.
that plan to
That's
change
going to
something
wind up a loss of a
over
full
summer.
3 yards on first down.
If you
This
have to
offense has had a
move,
lot
you
to
got
like
money,
in
you
this
got
game. I don't know
stacked
that that
up,
last
make a
play
plan
is
to
going to
move.
make the highlight
If
reel.
you got to drop a
It's
little
not
further,
going to make
just
the
make the
highlight
plans,
reel,
make the
but it will be
arrangements.
the focus
Take it slow.
of the film session
But
that
the
the team has to
defeated
sit through.
mentality of that you can't
I've
get
sat
it
through
again,
those
you got to
before.
kill that
Never
right
any
now.
fun.
You
You're
can
always
definitely kill
excited
it.
about your good plays.
You have the
And they actually
qualifications,
fast forward
and
through
you're
those.
fit
All
for
right,
the
that was good.
job.
All right, great. They
You're
get to
almost
the bad
30,
ones
which means
and
that
really
we
illuminate
can't
them.
make
Not
emotional,
cool.
irrational decisions. We can't be impulsive here. Just make a plan
And understand that like you are fully equipped with everything you need right now. And you're already enduring. You endure for a few more months and you make a plan to transition when it's time to go. But anybody that's in education in Louisiana that knows of opportunities where this young lady can make a smooth transfer. I'm assuming she lives in South Louisiana, probably New Orleans, Baton Rouge area, something like that. And if not, we'll figure it all out. We'll figure it all out. But if anybody knows of any educational opportunities in the Louisiana area, let me know, and we'll see if that's compatible with what she's looking for, and we'll go from there. But don't have a defeated mentality. Don't think that you just got lucky. You deserve the opportunity that you got. You just don't deserve the treatment.
Open man, that's the
tight end fire move. We wishing you the best,
He's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
Deontay and Big Cats.
Nice pick up there.
I fuck with you heavily. Never missed the episode. Keep doing your thing. I'm Blank, 25, living in Houston, Texas. Some background on me, I grew up in mostly white schools, but still had to make sure that stuff my people when it came to having friends never wanted to touch a white people. Black ones will. Still want to steal. Derek Collins made sure that I was very blunt enough to talk to a Hispanic girl. A couple of months she ended up pregnant. Well, that's what they do. Very floated women.
13 yards that time and another first down. And Charles, it's not very often an elite
she felt it was time for her to start having children since she's a bit older than I am. I can't take that away from her. So I stayed. Moved back to her hometown in Houston. Girls about to be 3. I made a still getting tech industries despite not finishing my degree. There are two problems. Now, one, my girls got a family than I do. We at least live close to my people, but I don't feel like it's enough. I want my daughter to have an identity crisis when she's older. I want her to have pride in being black, but still respect me when I have other half. Two, lost a lot of friends throughout the years, so a lot of my interactions outside of family is just the one friend I have. Since I work in tech, I'm mostly surrounded by white people. What is your advice for the situation? Seek out.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Brandon, if you live in the Houston area, there's plenty of black businesses, there's plenty of black events going on. You have to get outside the house, okay? And you need to have this conversation, right? Because they have more family, you know, they come over here as dire straits, you know what I mean? They come over here in groups, and they stick to those groups throughout their struggle. We've been largely separated due to systemic issues that we've discussed and we won't get back into. We know what the problems are. There are constantly going to be festivals, parades, events that are thrown for black people by black people that you and your daughter should attend. Because the more she's used to seeing herself, and the more she's used to seeing her people together and having fun, the more pride she will have in. And it's also up to you to be a part of the education about black people and black Americans' history. It's up to you to make sure that you spend more time around your mother and your father and your cousins and your family. And these things are very achievable. And what it seems like you have is concerns, right? You have concerns, but this is a great dad. A lot of vision, good court vision. Very resilient young man, too. To still land on your feet, even when it came to the degree. To not getting your degree. Very stand-up young man for not trying to convince his woman to get rid of his baby and stepping up to the plate and being a father. And understanding all of the complexities that come with that, you still landing on your feet. You already in it, and you already in a good position. You already doing your thing, and the concerns that you have are very achievable, like objectives. Like, just go where black people are.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas
City. Go to those spaces that you're comfortable in to make her comfortable. You grew up in these white spaces and you still made it. You still understood that the cornerstone of me has to be in my community and my culture. So whatever you did to achieve that, you do that for me. You're going to be all right, man. You already doing good, bro. Shout out to you. All right, last one. I'm going to get up out of here. I need some aunt to nephew guidance. Yo, what's going on, Big Cat? Deontay Kyle, this next fan. Much love to y'all. Y'all really pushing the agendas for the YNs like myself.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Young God, Asiatic black man, yeah.
And this
really pushing the agenda for young men like myself. Today I'm here looking for some life advice. I'm 19, full-time as a quality inspector.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
have a loving family and a girlfriend. I make music. Right now, I should just be enjoying the time of my life. But I'm having a hard time loving myself since a kid. I've always been ostracized based off the things I like or the way I think, or because the world has kind of made me hate myself as I've gotten older. I tried therapy, but I know I need to do the work on my own. I don't want to feel this way. Taking a year off from making music has really taken a toll on me. I want to make music to inspire people going through the same situation. Talk about the topics you guys talk about on the pod, but I can't seem to get them down. My question is to you guys, A, how can I start to love myself better? B, how can I get out this box and put what I'm feeling into words? Thank you. Keep doing what y'all doing. God bless. Well, to point A,
so it's Raider football as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on second
it's safe
and 8.
to say that none of us knew enough about ourselves to completely love ourselves at 19, right? But you do have a loving family, and you need to pick your hobby back up. Okay, you make music as a form of self-expression and as a form of therapy. I wouldn't downplay therapy either, but you understand that, like you said, you understand you have to do the work on yourself. But the therapist is going to give you homework, right? Homework to do for yourself. You are not in an extremely unique situation. You are in a situation that a lot of 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds and even 30-year-olds are still dealing with. But the fact that you're able to identify it, it puts you ahead of the game, and you understand that you want to create a solution towards this, right? So the thing is, all of us have these things and these quirks about ourselves that either we fear too much to openly express because we knew they would ostracize us for them, or some of us were bold and courageous enough to go ahead and express it. And the fact that you are willing to express it and deal with the ostracization, and you're still landing on your feet by getting yourself in a good position to set yourself up for a career, even if that might change or not, you're already on your feet. And you have a hobby. You need to stick to your hobby. Talk to your girl about this. Talk to your people about this. The way that we really get to a place of building community is losing the fear of expression, right? So if you aren't met with good reception, then that will dictate how you move forward. But if these are some problems that you're dealing with, and you know you have a great girlfriend, and you know you have a loving family, you need to allow them in so they can help support you in these situations. You can't go through these type of things alone, because you're going to compound the issue, and you're going to keep digging, and you're going to keep picking yourself apart to the point where you won't love yourself at all. Now, you obviously have love for yourself because you want to be better. That's a loving gesture. You want to fix the issue. That's a loving gesture already. So I wouldn't say it's a fair assumption for yourself to assume about yourself that you don't love yourself. You definitely do love yourself. You have people around you that love you. How do you get out the box and put the feeling into words? Well, you get you a journal and write your thoughts out. Get back into making your music, even if it's just for yourself. Right?
Yo, what up with it, man?
You have to stay creative. You obviously have some inclination to be creative. You want to make inspirational music. Everything doesn't have to be for public consumption. Some things you need to do just to get some shit off. Right?
Somebody outside my...
To throw, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Chiefs first down.
What up, Tachi?
That's the one that should seal the victory. Running left, it's Mixon.
Let's go, Joe. Good job, Joe.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
I'm on week 8.
Now 2nd and 5.
Hell yeah, I'm on week 8. We are defeated and everything, so gotta keep the streak going. Oh, that was crazy. That was a good catch. Ooh.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Come on, y'all. Let me get you one try.
They'll set up a throw. Being chased out left. And a flag
comes in.
That one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
That's what I'm talking about.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we
I don't even remember which one that was, but they all really be the same. You ain't missing nothing. They be trying to clown me because I ain't got like the most up to date, but I don't see the point.
They'll look to throw.
Got him.
He's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future,
yeah, I see. I never played that NCAA game.
And match their
but that's why I have to get that PS5 because, you know, they don't have it for the PS4 because that's what I'm on right now. Oh my God, the kicker is tripping.
It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far.
Come on, fam.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick
this
one
man.
off.
I can't believe he missed that extra point again.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And
so what console you got currently?
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight
I'll get another
defeat.
interception, though.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for
this game was crazy because we was blowing up out bad, and they just came stronger in the second half, scoring.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, you got the PS5. You in the game. Yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get my PS5. Every time I get ready to purchase it, some other stuff come up. Like the AC in our crib went out, so I had to take care of it, man. So it's always something, man. But they ain't finna stop making PS5s. I'll get it when I get it. Plus my PS4 in great condition.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete.
What all games you got on your PS5?
Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they wind up with a gain of 11.
I give him another shot. I want an interception, man.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Apex Legends, dang, what that game about? I think I've seen a couple people stream that online.
These defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
At least I know that's something I need to get once I purchase my PS5. I'm probably going to have more people watch me play the game once I get a PS5. I'm almost certain that's going to happen.
One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Kansas City, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7.
Man, I love GTA 5. I'm so excited for GTA 6. That's another reason why I got to hurry and get my PS5 because when that GTA 6 come out, man, it's gonna shake up the world,
try
man.
and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Dang, oh, you playing that NCAA 400 hours is crazy. Man, I'm sure I got way more on this because I'm on my fifth year on franchise mode. I'm trying to go for a 6P. Man, do you stream the video game when you play it? Because I was going to say, if so, I'll make sure I subscribe to your YouTube channel and watch. Show some love since you know, watching me. Are you subscribed to my channel, by the way? I definitely appreciate it if you do. Oh, yeah, this was a battle, boy. I threw a stupid interception in this game. Man, I cannot get Pat over 100 receiving yards. He always, like, stuck at the 80s. Oh, for sure, then. What kind of videos you be making? Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, I pretty much stream Madden and I got some other games, but 2K been so trash as of late. I used to stream 2K when I first started streaming, but so 2K is trash now, man. Oh man, bro, you can do it, bro. Hell yeah. One of my goals, man, I'm trying to get my music license into a EA Sports video game. I wanna have one of my songs licensed in something like Madden or 2K or something like that. I already had a song licensed in a TV show, so we both got goals, man, trying to do something with EA. Sure, hopefully, man, you get that gig, man, you can put in a word for me. Or vice versa, you know. Yeah, man, you can do it, bro. Just hey, stay at it, man. Take it one day at a time. Man, so how you find my YouTube channel, man? I just want to know, like, how it, oh, that's crazy. I got the top 2 Russian running backs in the league. Damn, Jonathan Taylor already got 10 touchdowns. Oh, for sure. So I popped up on a recommended. That's dope. That's what's up, man. So did you subscribe to the channel? Because I was going to say, I'm going to go live in probably another hour or so. I got to take my dogs outside, man. Get them situated. I got 2 pugs, man. They females. So I'm really finna get off. I'm just trying to make sure. We'll play the Vikings, bro. They 5-2. Alright, for sure then. I definitely appreciate you tapping in, man. I hope to catch you on the next stream. I'm gonna go live in like an hour or so. Damn, where I go to see the damn, I'm trying to figure out where I go to see the division. Already, man. That's what's up. Oh, we good to go then. We good to go, yeah. Since you hit the notification bell. We straight. What's the Vikings record? Okay, cool.